we're talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 because a new leak says that it is only going to be 30 frames per second at launch.
We knew this already.
We're talking on Xbox Series X and S, the PlayStation 5, and even the PS5 Pro, it is only going to be 30 FPS. Now,
Gamester with another W. When these ponies was pushing these narratives that the PS5 Pro is going to have the best version, it's going to be 60 FPS. You and that cucaracha, as well as your clone of a brother named AGN, was out here advocating for 60 FPS for Grand Theft Auto 6. We told you guys this already. What made you guys think that this game was going to be 60 FPS? If this doesn't completely destroy the Switch 2 version, so if it's going to run 30 FPS on these consoles, then I have to ask you, Nintendo fanboys, what frame rate do you think is going to run on yours? What, 15, 10 frames per second? I mean, come on, man. See, this is what happens when you people know nothing about hardware.
Apparently, this will be a temporary thing, that they're trying to get it optimized, but according to every current build, and obviously we're like 100 days out, apparently the game currently is very much around 30 FPS, and they're basically saying...
I mean, what's wrong with you console fanboys, man? Ever since Grand Theft Auto went 3D, all of their games have been 30 FPS. And you people know that. Even Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360, the Xbox One and PS4 release, it took for the Xbox Series X and PS5 for GTA to finally get 60 FPS. What made you guys think that this game was going to be 60 FPS, especially at launch, when all the previous titles of Rockstar have been capped at 30 FPS? You see, but this is a problem with the gaming community. You guys have gotten so attached to 60 FPS, now all of a sudden you don't want to play games at 30 anymore. At this point, you need to become a PC gamer. And this is why consoles will single-handedly destroy itself. This is why Nintendo is focusing on remasters and remakes, because they know that if they push the boundaries of the Switch 2, then more than likely those games are going to be capped at 30. So enjoy your re-release games at 60 FPS because it makes you feel better. Look at that. It's smoother. You know, I can't believe this garbage.
Their goal is to launch it. It's coming out November 19th, no matter what. And hopefully...
And you're going to buy it, no matter what.
Later down the line it gets that boost. But a lot of people are sort of talking about, is this okay? A lot of Rockstar fans do seem to be pretty alright with a lot of the bad GTA.
I mean, it's been okay since the franchise went to PS2 and was 30. San Andreas was 30. All of these, IV was 30. If you had it on PS3, it was even worse. The game dipped below like 10, 15 frames per second. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the same. Oh, I know what changed. The fanboys. You guys got so used to 60 FPS. Now, all of a sudden, the same PC fanboys that you guys can't stand, you guys are out here saying the same exact narratives. I can't play a game at 30. I can only play a game at 60 and above. See? You see? PC gamers have completely destroyed the mindsets of most console gamers. And they don't even realize it. They want 60 FPS on everything now. And the only way these companies can be able to do that for you is by making lower cross-generation titles, remasters and remakes. That's the only way they're going to be able to achieve a stable 60 on most games in today's gaming demographic. The days of pushing the hardware, pushing the envelope to get the best gaming experiences is over because nobody wants to play it at 30, especially on a gaming console.
News. No physical version of it. Empty code in a box. All the DLC on day one. The fact that the $100 edition is basically the real version of the game. And now...
So I would hope you wouldn't buy that. I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of negativity going on with this game. So I would hope you, of all people, that are completely bashing the release of this game, we would all hope, or should we say, assume that you wouldn't buy this game. Oh yeah, he's definitely buying this game.
The 60 FPS mode possibly be something that comes out in 2027. A lot of people are basically saying, it feels like this game needs to be better for the amount they've spent on it. There's been a lot of leaks that essentially they've spent literally over $1 billion.
So because the game's not at 60 FPS, that doesn't mean that this game's any better? Well, what kind of logic is that? That's like saying Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is not better than Grand Theft Auto 3. It has less features than that game because that game is not at 60 FPS. What? Are you kidding me? San Andreas does far more in the gameplay department than you're getting with Grand Theft Auto 3. But since that is not 60 FPS, that means that they didn't spend more money. What the hell are you people talking about, man? This is why gaming is a joke, man. This is why the best thing to do is to sit there and laugh. That's why I don't care if gaming self-destructs, because at this point, you guys are giving me all the entertainment that we all want. I can enjoy laughing at you while I'm playing my game. A double whammy. Gangsta with another W, right?
GTA 6, you'd expect it to be as optimized.
It is. It's optimized to run at the frame rate that the game was designed to. What is wrong with you? Just because it... Where was you console gamers during the N64? Games was below 20 frames per second, and you fanboys did not say nothing? Now all of a sudden, ever since y'all got the pep in your step with the PS5 and the Xbox Series 8, now all of a sudden we don't play games at 30 no more. We play games at 60 and up. You guys don't even realize you guys became the same very much PC fanboys that you guys allegedly hate. That's something a PC gamer would say. I'm not buying a console to play this game. It's 30 FPS. You guys are doing the same thing even on your own console. Absolutely embarrassing. This is what gaming has come down to. The envelope can no longer be pushed no more. The only thing they could have done with that is by making a lower gen version of a game and then optimizing it for 60 to get it to work on more powerful hardware. That is what you fanboys want. Just admit that. Just admit that you don't want next generation games. You don't. You would rather, if we fast forward and go back in time, you guys would take Super Mario World again on the 64, as long as it's 60 FPS, and you would throw Mario 64 in the trash because the game's capped at 20 frames per second. You would rather take that in today's gaming landscape, because you know why? It's the mindset that you people have now. And this is why companies are just like, you know what? We don't care no more. You guys don't even know what you want.
A lot of other PlayStation 5 Pro games, but let's take a look at the leaks, because I have to admit that
most of your PlayStation 5 Pro games are nothing but PS4 ports. You ever once wondered that? There, buddy? Most of your games are still using Unreal Engine 4, for crying out loud.
I do believe this game will not be a rock-steady 60 FPS, at least not until deep into 2027, or maybe until the launch of the PlayStation 6, but let's get into it.
No, we ain't getting into nothing.
It's not great. They straight up say the PlayStation 6 is going to be very, very expensive.
Gamester with another W, man. I can't believe we got a chain reaction. You see how they just keep coming? You see that? Wasn't I already warning y'all about this? Didn't you say the PS6 is going to be $700? Bro, I just love debunking these fanboy narratives, man. You guys know that there's nobody better than me in this community in regards to destroying fanboys. Right? I destroy them so much that they're in shambles. Shocked! Like, it's so bad that we're not even shocked no more. We're immune to the shock. We're immune to it. Like, I'm gonna have to come up with another one. Shocked! Our bodies are literally nullifying. You know, it's like Pikachu hitting me with a thunderbolt, and now it just says, non-effective. Not effective at all. And then when I come on and make a video, shocked! Super effective! Hyper, extremely effective attack! Bruh, this is crazy, man. I try to warn y'all about this, man, but nope. Gangster don't know what he talking about. He hurt my feelings because I want to think that these companies actually care about us. You know,
They're talking literally taking out loans to buy it, but they're weird in that they're sort of saying that this is probably going to be a good thing. They're trying to claim people want the PlayStation 6 even if they can't afford it.
Yeah. I mean, most people wanted a PS5 because they couldn't afford it. Matter of fact, some people wanted it so bad that they paid $1,000 to a scalper.
Your goal is to basically try and make it almost more like a PC mindset.
I think when Asha came out with the finance option, even though you guys took that differently, I think that is actually what's going to help next generation gaming. I mean, think about it, guys. If PlayStation 6, let's say, is $1,200-$1,300, you could have that paid for off in like what? Like about a year and a month? A year and like a year and a month? And now you can have it paid for. Just $100 a month, whatever, how much they decide to charge people. That is kind of affordable to people. But for some people, paying $1,300 in one jump might be a little too difficult for them, right? So that's why when Asha said we might want to look at more options in regards to financing, right? Which means you own the product, you just have to pay a payment every month, right? I think that is the best option to going into next gen. It really is, because people that have a 9-to-5, I think they could be able to scavenge $100 to pay for their PlayStation 6 that they use it every month. Does that make sense? So, but paying for it all at once, no. I don't think a lot of people will be able to do that.
Spend $2,000 on a good gaming PC, that sort of seems to
that's not even possible anymore. That's not even possible. The consoles going up just means PC gaming is going up. That's why PC gamers are blaming consoles as to why their own community has to pay for these up prices. They're blaming y'all, but in reality, they all want to do this to y'all. They all want to cut. You see? And this is why I try to warn you guys. Get everything you need, right? Remember?
Their idea is, let's make a system so good, you don't mind it costs literally thousands of dollars.
Ha ha.
And I have to admit that just right off the top, I think this is going to be a massive, massive mistake. It feels like everybody is sort of trying to mentally digest the idea of systems that now cost like as much as a car did back in 2008. But it's also the fact that these companies now are talking about the fact that they just can't do anything cheap, that they can't subsidize, they can't budget cut, they can't reduce prices. Everything has to be as maximally expensive as any consumer can possibly even save up to buy. This industry feels like it's hitting a very strange point where games aren't selling because people can't afford the hardware, and the hardware isn't selling because people can't afford even the beginning phases of it. Let's get it. I really want to break down the entire quote because
it is what it is, bro. I've warned you guys. I've told y'all get your stuff up, but no. Oh no. Gamester don't tell the truth. All he does is hurt my fanboy feelings. When in reality, I'm the one trying to help you. I'm preparing you for what is in store. And you guys think this is worse? It's only going to get worse from this point forward. How many times I have to teach you this lesson, old man? How many times? Like one guy said, you got so many W's, Gabe, so what do you do with them? I'm throwing them in the trash. I throw them in the trash. That's how many W's. It's like I got a trash bin of W's, and the W's keep falling out of the trash can every time I put another one on top of it. Even my trash can got W's. Hey man, listen. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this video, man. I got a two chain of W's that I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I don't know. I'll just probably give it to somebody else. I'm gonna try to give you the. Here. I'm gonna give you this W, Dreamcast guy. Alright? I'm gonna give you this W. I'm gonna give you my W. Here you go. Alright? I still got the other one I got from the last one. Gabe's doing another W, baby!